cloudy, breezy and mild. Showers in the afternoon, a high about 60. Rain much of the time tomorrow night, turning chillier, low about 40. And then on Sunday, it's cloudy, brisk, and much colder. A couple of more showers, high temperature only 43. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX, on your radio and online, featuring streaming video on MyWithersRadio.com. Rams basketball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored by Ford Square and Kansas City Chrysler. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Red Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Heartland Accounting. All Stars and Stitches. Bean Insurance. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94 Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams basketball. The Red Lake College pregame show starts now.
And good evening from Herrin. Time once again for the Pyramid Plus tournament here on WMIX, online at MyWithersRadio.com, where tonight the Mount Vernon Rams take on the Marion Wildcats in the South 7 Conference battle. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Red Lake College pregame show. And at Red Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, it's time. The Mount Vernon Rams come in 2-1. They lost to Herrin on Wednesday night, 52-51. The Marion Wildcats come in with an identical mark, 52-51. Their lone loss is to East St. Louis, who the Mount Vernon Rams beat 43-40. We'll explain more about the topsy-turvy records here at the Pyramid Plus tournament. Tell you some thoughts on this matchup when we return. This is the Red Lake College pregame show on WMIX.
Mortgage rates are still low. Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist for People's National Bank. With the wide variety of loans People's National Bank has to offer, and with mortgage rates still this low, now is the perfect time to buy a home. Stop by and see me, Joy Schrader, at 413 South 34th Street in Mount Vernon to take advantage of low rates before it's too late.
People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rams leather jacket, all stars and stitches. Rams cheerleading jacket, all stars and stitches. Rams hoodies, all stars and stitches. Rams t-shirts, all stars and stitches. Rams car stickers, all stars and stitches. Rams yard signs, all stars and stitches. Rams apparel, all stars and stitches. Anything Mount Vernon Rams, all stars and stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
The closeout on the 2011 Cadillac, the Escalade, has got some really big incentives. The CTS is hot right now, and they've got closeout, low interest rates, 0% financing, some other incentives on the CTS. So, and of course the SRX is a hot seller, and we are getting a nice selection of the SRX.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
Back out to the 94 Sports Mobile Studios on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back to the Red Lake College pregame show on WMIX, online at MyWithersRadio.com with streaming video tonight. As the Mount Vernon Rams welcome the Marion Wildcats here at Herrin High School, home of the 2011 Pyramid Plus tournament. At Red Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, it's time. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Danny. 2-1 teams here tonight. Two 2-1 teams, I should say. A South 7 Conference showdown as the Mount Vernon Rams will be the home team. And this will be a nice inner glimpse of what we could see come down the South 7 Conference race. It is two teams expected to be near the top clash here in Herrin.
Yeah, and again, it's early in the season. I mean, these two teams going to play here in the Herrin tournament. Not a lot going on with this game. I guess you could say it'll filter into regional seedings later on. It will filter into who will win this tournament or who can win this tournament tomorrow night. But in all reality, these two teams will play now. They'll see each other on January 6th at Chagnon, and then will not see each other again until Friday, February 17th, and of course, more than likely, will end up being in the same regional when postseason time comes around. So with Mount Vernon and Marion being in this tournament, and they're playing tonight, they're going to play 2 regular season games. They can see each other at Salem tournament, and possibly in the regional, they can see each other 5 times. So the long road of familiarity between Mount Vernon and Marion boys basketball begins tonight for the 2011-2012 season.
And familiarity with some of the teams playing tonight and some scores will help us through our scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. We already have quite a few finals from around the area from today.
Oh, all kinds of finals. We'll start right here in Herrin. East St. Louis beat Salem 85-50, and Herrin beat Massac County 53-46. At Christopher, it was ZR beating Weber Township 54-28. Riverview Gardens, Missouri beat Carbondale up at the Alton tournament 65-57. At Grayville, Galatia beat New Harmony, Indiana 39-36. Lebanon at that tournament began today. Columbia over Piasaw Southwestern 49-47, and Alton Marquette beat Madison 58-51. Meridian beat Johnson City 56-42 at Vienna. At the Effingham St. Anthony tournament, it was Flora over Althoff 64-54. Charleston over Mattoon, or I should say Mattoon beating Charleston, and that east-west I-57 battle 57-52, and Breese Central beat Mount Zion 63-48. At the Jacksonville tournament, it was Pleasant Plains over Muhammad Seymour 63-57, and Centralia over Jerseyville 57-51. At the Capital Classic today, Olney over Red Hill 58-36, Marshall over Neoga 79-42. Marshall loses to Olney 52-49. Robinson over Lawrenceville 53-21. Fairfield loses to T-Town 65-49. Robinson beat Fairfield 46-34. At Crab Orchard, it was Crab Orchard over Alvarado 72-39. The Nashville Girls Tournament going on today, double sessions. Collinsville over Oakville 46-33. Massac over Muscuda 40-36. Freeburg over Triad 54-13. And Nashville over Mount Vernon 51-16. It was Oakville over Muscuda 47-44. And Collinsville over Massac 51-42. At the end of 3 quarters, it is Mount Vernon over Triad 34-24. At the end of 3, at the Harrisburg tournament, it was Carbondale over AJ 57-24 in girls action. Class 1A, 2A, and 3A finals in football, it was Dakota over Tuscola 41-27, Morrison over Casey Westfield 23-14, and Mount Carmel, who Mount Vernon played and will play in Week 9 next year, loses to Aurora Christian 34-7. And in the 3rd quarter, Rochester team Mount Vernon will play in Week 1 next year, leads Richmond Burton 21-10.
That's a lot.
It is.
I'm proud of that, each and every bit of it. Brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Your local State Farm agent, of course, is Tony Wilt in the King City. You can visit him on the web at TonyWilt.com. At the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, just stop in. He'd love to meet with you. Of course, we need to take a break here. Before we do, let's go ahead and pause for station identification on the Rams Broadcasting Network.
The best basketball coverage is heard here. This is 94.1 FM WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
There you have it. This is your Rend Lake College pregame show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. Meanwhile, we're going to visit a station break. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Beacon Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview and Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Beacon Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depends on your hometown professional. Beacon Insurance.
It's amazing how versatile the Saturday Sports Show has become. What do you mean you slept in last week? Set your alarm for 8:08 this Saturday morning and tune your radio to AM 940. More Mount Vernon Rams talk, more Jefferson County talk, and more amped-up coverage of Southern Illinois sports. Hear from the best coaches, experts, and sports know-it-alls available. Sports talk worth waking up for. Saturday mornings from 8:08 till 10 a.m. on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital.
On November 5th, 2011, BD First Bank and the First State Bank of Dix officially partnered to better serve our customers and our community. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank.
We welcome all our new friends to the Community First family, and I'd like to personally invite you to call, drop by, or log in to learn more about Jefferson County's only true locally owned community bank. Now with locations in Ida, Woodlawn, Dix, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon, we are your community bank. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind: the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's Good Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
This is Rams basketball on WMIX with streaming video on MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back to Herrin, side the Pyramid Plus tournament for 2011, where the Mount Vernon Rams will take on the Marion Wildcats in the South 7 nightcap. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Groh with us as well. Jesse Clark is back at the studio for your Renly College pregame show. The Mount Vernon Rams 2-1 with wins this year over East St. Louis and Massac County. A 1-point loss still stings these Rams. They lost to the Herrin Tigers on Wednesday. And, Danny, they tried to play too quickly with the Herrin Tigers. They do that tonight. It's going to be more of the same.
Well, it will be. And Marion, their guards are pretty darn good, at least in the first part of this week of this tournament, have played very well. And, again, what Mount Vernon learned the other night is when you rely on the outside shot and it's not falling, and you settle for that outside shot, and you don't work through the offense and you go quick. And we don't mean playing up and down 90-foot of basketball, fast break all the time, whether you make or miss shots. We mean playing too fast within the half-court offense, shooting it early, not letting the offense run itself out, looking for the best shot. When you play too fast, you take quick shots, you take bad shots, and you don't let yourself get set to rebound. And when that happens and you miss, the other team has an advantage and goes the other way. And Herrin was able to use that the other night with DeMarlo Harris and Bobby Manny. Now, heading in the night, obviously the one thing that stands out is Jared Ellis of Marion is 6'8". The tallest guy Mount Vernon will run out there will be about 6'3". So Mount Vernon already has one spot during the entire evening while Ellis is on the floor. The Rams will be at a height disadvantage, so Mount Vernon's going to have to compensate that not only with rebounding, boxing out on both ends, but also shot fakes, because Ellis likes to block shots, but we'll go for that shot fake occasionally.
That is indeed true, and of course we'll have plenty more to talk about throughout this matchup between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats coming your way shortly. Also coming your way will be the Central Christian Church starting lineups, where incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than thenewscentral.com. Watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. That's all coming up. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starters and more. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit service. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me. Okay, what? Do you think the State Farm jingle really works?
Like, for real? Like, if you sing the jingle, will your agent actually appear and help you out? Yeah, of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
In reality, having your own State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when you need them. Tony Wilt is that State Farm agent at 4121 South Water Tower Place, Mount Vernon.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at King City Chrysler. When you think of the all-new Chrysler 200, the line imported from Detroit immediately comes to your mind. When it comes to character, comfort, and fuel efficiency, its capabilities extend well beyond its midsize shadow. This is not a style as a concept. This is design as a practice. This is the new Chrysler 200. This is a car that projects beauty beyond a footprint, because when you build the new Chrysler 200, you have promises to keep. The all-new Chrysler 200 sedan is really an amazing automobile. Come into King City Chrysler today and receive huge cash discounts on 10 remaining 200s in stock, or receive 0% for 72 months. we may be able to lower your existing payment and you drive a new car. At King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Now back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Herrin for the Pyramid Plus tournament here in Williamson County. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We're glad to have you with us on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. And, of course, we are meeting the starting lineups out on the floor. Let's go ahead and meet the visiting Marion Wildcats, brought to you by Central Christian Church.
The Wildcats will go with the forward positions. 5'11" senior number 4, Jay Riley, and 6'1" senior number 4, Brody Damati. The center will be 6'8" senior number 41, Jared Ellis. The guards, 6' senior number 1, Juju Keysart, and number 3, 6' junior number 3, Jawan Tucker. For Dr. Aaron Maddox's Marion Wildcats. For the Mount Vernon Rams, tonight a change in Scott Gamber's lineup as he will go to forward positions. 6'1" senior number 5, Leonta Badger, and 6' junior number 33, Trevor Floda. The guards, 5'9" senior number 1, Tyrell Trimble, 5'7" junior number 2, Jaron Lydell, and 6'3" senior number 4, Clay Payne for Scott Gamber's Mount Vernon Rams.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central. Central Christian offers exciting worship experiences packed with energy and relevant teaching, as well as awesome programming for children and youth. Check out the new Central.com for service times, webcasts, and more information. The Wildcats will be in their away navy with gold trim, white trim down the trunks, while the Rams will be in their new home uniform, similar to the old ones. The orange isosceles triangle removed from the trunks, so there's still an orange, I don't even know what shape to call that, kind of more of a whip along those trunks. Orange numerics trimmed in black. It'll be Leonta Badger in the jump circle for the Rams going left to right against 6'8" Jared Ellis, and Badger will win the toss. It's into the backcourt for Lydell. 7:56 to play in the first quarter, just underway from Herrin. It is Trimble with the basketball. Back to the center circle for Payne. Now on the right wing, there's Trevor Floda getting his first start of the season. Looks around the right corner, finds Trimble, pull up three, off the mark. Rebound will be tipped by Ellis. It'll be Juju Keysart. A name that I'm sure will change every year, much like Aaron Adeoye did. Near side, Jawan Tucker back to Kaiser, left wing. Kizzard, I believe, is the actual pronunciation. Jared Ellis has it on what I would like to call the flatbed wall. It's up top to Kizzard again. Near side, Tucker has it near corner. Looking for the lob down low. Ellis mid-post. Turn around. No, it's a kick out. Damati, a long toss. And it's good from about 16. 2-0 Wildcats on top with 7:14 to play in the first.
Good look away, opposite away by Ellis. Got it on the right block, kicked it out left corner. Knockdown shot by Damati.
Right wing, it is Trevor Floda with the basketball. 7:02 to play in the opening quarter. Rams trailing the Wildcats 2-0. Rams basketball, as always, is presented by Banterra Bank. We'll tell you more about Banterra throughout the broadcast here on WMIX. Payne had it right elbow, kicks up top to Jaron Lydell. Lydell against Kizzard. We'll go back to Floda. Now Payne back with it again. Near sideline, 6:46 to play in the opening quarter. At the center circle, it's Lydell. Gets a screen from Payne. He's going to drop it off on the far sideline for Trimble. Steps to the right elbow, crossover dribble. Might have gotten away with a double dribble, and it's going to be stolen away by Damati and the Cats. Nurnberger with it on the near side. And Kizzard will travel with the basketball to 6:27 mark of this first quarter. The Rams trail 2-0. Tip off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Lydell will bring the basketball up the floor down central. At the center circle, veers off to the right, bounce pass to Floda on the near wing. Takes it top of the key, looks back to the right side, finds Leonta Badger, wide open three, off the mark. Back in too strong, and the rebound to go to Kizzard. Up ahead, here comes Jawan Tucker. Nurnberger to his right, he's going to lean right into Trevor Floda. And that'll be a blocking foul on Trevor Floda. Probably because it was so far away from the basket, I don't know. Floda held his feet, but it's still going to be a block. Might be an experience on the young official.
Well, he was not shooting. That's number one. And we'll move on from there.
We digress. 6:05 to play here in the first quarter. Still 2-0. Tucker at the line shooting two. Misses the first. He'll get a second. And we will see how this develops as the night ensues.
Mount Vernon right now, offensively not in the flow, just shooting way too quick.
Tucker makes the sack at 3-0. Marion lead. 6:05 to play in this first quarter. Still early. Still plenty of time. as the Rams are in their 4th game of this Pyramid Plus tournament. 2-1 record on the line here. Championship implications in this matchup between two 2-1 teams, tied with East St. Louis for the top spot. Payne, a nice lead pass up ahead to Lydell, looking backdoor Badger. Stolen away by Kizzert. Here come the Wildcats up the right side at the wing. Kizzert will drive basket. Layup is partially blocked out of bounds by Leonte Badger, and it'll be Marion basketball with 5:43 to go.
Mount Vernon that time a little too unselfish, as Lydell probably should have just went up and shot the ball, tried that pass in traffic down the Mount Vernon offensive end.
It'll be to Ellis. 18-footer on the way is off the front iron. Rebound will go to Flota. And so now we have an opportunity here for the Rams. In the left corner, it's Badger. Gives back near the volleyball line to Lydell. Center circle for Clay Payne. Lydell will come around, take it right of the circle, gives back left side for Payne with 5:26 to play in the first. Still a 3-0 Ram deficit as Badger tries to make something happen by leaning in the man low post, loses the basketball. And now we have a foul as the Rams come off the floor. Kizzert was looking to come up that left side, chased by 3 Rams. And he is fouled. The ball will be taken out of bounds underneath the Marion basket.
That's Clay Payne's first foul, second on Mount Vernon. Right now, Mount Vernon picking up where they left off against Herrin, struggles offensively.
Nurnberger struggling to get it in. Will have to go to the back court all the way to the top of the key for Kizzert, who will bring it across. 3-0 Marion, 5:12 to play in this first quarter. Comes near side to Nurnberger. Left wing, a long 3 coming from Kizzert, no good. Rebound to Lydell. Chases it down in the far corner, and here come the Rams. Lob up ahead. Lydell falls off of the pass. Payne's all alone left side of the basket, and the Rams are within 1, 3-2.
Jared being very unselfish there, looking ahead to a teammate to get that open look.
Up top, Stamati with the basketball. Brody will have to back it out, gives it right side to Kizzert. Juju goes in the right corner for Nurnberger. Ellis passes back outside Nurnberger, looks near side, 17-footer on the way. The floater's no good from Damati. Ellis with the rebound, high post, leans in. Off the back of the iron, Badger fights for the rebound, comes away with it near corner. And the Rams will bring it length to the floor. 4:28 to play in the first, trailing 3-2 to the Wildcats. Lydell with it up top, looks to the right wing for Flota, back to the center circle for Payne. We near the midway point of this first quarter. Flota with the basketball near sideline. Back to the GN Tiger, now to the right corner for Badger. Badger going to try to work against Ellis. Height disadvantage there, but not by much. Gives back to the right side for Payne. Now the circle for Lydell with 4:06 to go in this first quarter. 1-point ball game. Glad to have you with us for the Rams and the Wildcats as Trimble pulls up from 17. Partially blocked. It won't get near the basket. Ellis with the rebound up ahead. Jawan Tucker coming from the right wing. Leans in, finds a seam. Layup's no good. Ellis goes for the tip back, and it's tipped away. Here comes Tyrell Trimble. Has Tucker behind him. Bounce pass going left side. Lydell is good. The Rams have their first lead of 4-3 with 3:42 to play in the first.
Yeah, Mount Vernon, or Marion, going through their struggles offensively now. Not playing team basketball as Mount Vernon has the last couple of trips down the floor.
Great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Proud sponsors of the Rams Player of the Game. A great tradition. Still early to see whom it's going to be, but stay tuned for the Bean Insurance postgame show, and we'll find out together. Nice pocket pick there by Tyrell Trimble. Nurnberger, not aware of his position on the floor, is in the backcourt when he retrieves the ball, then steps over, or maybe vice versa. Either way, it's going to be an over and back even with the tip because they went over and back after the tip. And with 3:15 to play in the first quarter, the Rams with a 4-3 lead, and it'll be a side out of bounds right at half court. Very interesting play thus far. Just a 4-3 game late in the first quarter, at least getting to that point. As Kawhi McCantley's in the game, forces his body in the paint on the right side, uses the build, gets the points. It's 6-3 as the Rams take a 3-point lead over the Wildcats.
Yeah, he used his build, pushed Marion player back with his strength, which went into Ellis, which prevented the block shot. Layup Cantley just off the bench with some bench points.
Near corner, Nurnberger drops back on a no-look bouncer to Damati on the near wing. Stepping towards the corner, gets back to Kizzard inside Ellis. There's a triple team on Ellis. More like a 2-in triangle as opposed to a triangle and 2, and there's going to be an early foul here on the Rams. The play was starting to develop, and as it unfolded, the Rams submerged upon Jared Ellis on the near side. And that is the third foul of the evening on Mount Vernon. Kizzard coming around from the near side, had it picked away by Trevor Floater, who forces a jump ball. It stays with Marion. Kizzard wants the foul. Good call by Corey Hastings.
Well, Kizzard, right time they ran a clear out for Kizzard one-on-one, and they were clearing the floor. What a great play by Floater to come over, help side defense. Kizzard didn't see him coming, and Floater was able to get in there and force a jump ball, though it's Marion possession.
Lob will go to DeMonte in the circle for the Wildcats. 2:33 to play in the first. It's a 6-3 ball game. Rams on top. Near side, Tucker pull-up three off the back of the iron. No good. Badger with another rebound. And, Annie, I think that's going to be his strength this year. Not just sheer athleticism, but that rebounding.
Well, you can get your rebounding legs a little bit better than you can your offensive game when you've been sitting out as long as he has. But to come back and play the way he has this week, especially on the boards, will help Mount Vernon throughout the year.
Payne with it up top. 2:11 to play in the first. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX. Online at mywithersradio.com. We'll work hard to get you some Lady Rams updates as they were or still are on AM 940. Also online at mywithersradio.com. Right wing, Clay Payne with the basketball. In the front court, clearly trying to chase that baseline, and he is pushed by Nernberger. That'll be the first foul on Marion, obviously the first personal on Sean Nernberger. Rams basketball, as always, presented by Banterra Bank, whose online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Trigger comes to the left of the basket. It was intended to go backdoor on a slide pass to Badger. Nothing there. Has to back out. He'll attack again. Pull up mid-post. Won't get the roll off the rim. And the rebound goes to Payne at the right wing. He's fouled by Ellis 20 feet from the basket, and that'll be the second team foul on the Wildcats.
That's a wasted foul for Jared Ellis. I'm sure if you're Coach Maddox, you don't want him picking up those fouls that far away. Maybe 5 fouls adding up to 17 feet, just not one foul 17 feet.
Black Friday here in Herrin. Rams with a 6-3 lead in the first quarter, 1:42 left to go. It's Clay Payne with the basketball, left volleyball line against Sean Nernberger. Marion still in man, it would seem. Payne to the basket, travels. Wow, foul on the floor. He got the basket. I thought he traveled the basketball myself, but this will be a foul on the Wildcats. Certainly can't complain.
No, it worked out well for Mount Vernon.
And Floater will trigger. Left wing, it goes to Liddell. Back in the corner for Floater for three. Off the mark, no good, and we will have a foul on the rebound push.
It's going to be on Keezert, the way he's acting.
I thought it might have been DeMonte.
Well, same difference. Keezert had the look that of the guy in the cookie jar, but it is DeMonte, his first.
There are a lot of
that somebody was caused a foul on Mount Vernon.
It's an inbound to Cantley underneath the basket. Now up top, it's Leonte Badger. With 1:24 to play in this first quarter, Rams hanging on to a 6-3 lead. Near the left elbow, it went to Liddell. We may drop below the 1 minute mark here, or may not, as Payne goes baseline, leans into the man, and gets the jumper. It's going to be 8-3. Nice bunny there for Clay Payne. Rams up 5 with 1:06 to play. Keezert will bring it across the timeline at the right wing. Pulls up for three. It's off the back of the iron. Cantley with the rebound, and we may have a foul on Marion.
Calling that on Marion, on DeMonte, his second in about 10 seconds. Break for Mount Vernon. That's Mount Vernon's 6th defensive rebound. Also, an update. The Lady Rams have won tonight over Triad 43-31.
Good get for Jeff Lon and his Lady Rams. They needed a big win, and I assume that means they'll play at 5 o'clock tomorrow. 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Rams with an 8-3 lead. Up top, Clay Payne with the basketball and a right-hand dribble. Trying to get past Nernberger. Dribbled a little bit, but it was blocked as he went up for the shot left side. Out of bounds off of Jared Ellis. It should be Ram basketball. Should be Ram basketball. If you can't get to the bank during the half, don't worry. Bank while you're in the stands with Banterra's mobile banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Should be Ram basketball. There shouldn't be any doubts of this. It was blocked out of bounds by Jared Ellis out of the far corner. Rams should have the basketball to the right of their own basket. And if I'm a Ram, I'm just running up there anyway, just to, even if it is the wrong call, to try to get the ball.
Yeah, you have to sell it sometimes. And that's what Mount Vernon did, even though I think the officials got the call right anyway.
Right. The inbound will go left wing to Liddell. Back in the corner for Payne. It's a kick over to the right wing from Liddell to Badger. He's going to try to use that athleticism. Instead, kicks out right wing for Flota with 30 seconds to play here in the quarter. Payne with it left timeline, gives it to Badger on the near side. It's Leonte Badger, Clay Payne, Jaron Liddell, Kwyman Cantley, and Trevor Flota for the Rams as we hit the 18-second mark. Rams with an 8-3 lead here in the first quarter. At the center circle, Clay Payne holds on it with intent. Cole Wynn came into the ball game for the Wildcats, a 6'4 junior. And now to be from the right elbow to the right block. Payne can't connect. He'll get the rebound, but he was out of bounds when he got it. And with 0.7 of a second, Marion Wildcats will have the basketball. Let's see if they can engineer something here. 8-3 your score. We'll see Tucker has it blocked by Badger from three-quarter court, and that'll be your end of first quarter score. The Mount Vernon Rams 8, the Marion Wildcats 3. This is Rams basketball on the Rams Broadcasting Network.
You need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Terry Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's going to be a nasty winter, so get the vehicle you can depend on now at Second Chance Auto. They have the vehicle you're looking for, probably priced under $10,000. And most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. And there's bank rate financing for everyone. Second Chance Auto has been helping people just like you for over 32 years. So get your quality pre-owned vehicle from Second Chance Auto today. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Or call 244-4582. That's 244-4582. Daily schedules, scores, and more. Like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Herrin, where the Mount Vernon Rams take on the Marion Wildcats after one. The orange and black with an 8-3 lead over their South 7 Conference rival. Better yet, the Rams get the basketball to start this second quarter. Into the backcourt it goes to Jaron Lydell. 2 seconds into the second quarter, it's across the timeline. Left wing now for Clay Payne. 8-3 your score. Rams up a nickel. Back on the right side, it's Lydell. Back to the circle for Payne. Now left wing for Badger, who's played very well tonight. I believe it's played all 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Between the circles, Lydell looks at left side, trying to beat the men back to the basket. Throws up a shot, no good. And the rebound goes to Keyser. Brings it across, looks back door, finds Tucker, and back within 3 are the Wildcats. It's 8-5.
Yeah, Marion struggled in that first quarter, only 1 of 11 from the field. Tough start for the Wildcats.
Up the left wing, it's Payne. Now up top, Badger looks to the right wing, finds Lydell. Back to Payne. Rams are going to move the ball around here well early and often here in the second quarter. Lydell with the basketball, backs near the timeline, gives off to the left side for Floto. Immediately goes right of the circle to Payne. Back to Floto, left wing for 3. Wants that 3, and the rebound tipped away by Cantley into the hands of Keyser. Here come the Wildcats with a chance to tie. Tucker's 3 far side is in and out. Rebound. Badger comes away with it, and that is a great play by Leonte Badger, who under normal circumstances, a normal person wouldn't have had a chance to that ball, and it goes to Cole Wynn. But as a result, you pick up the foul on Cole Wynn, and Marion now has 6.
Well, he's used to going up in traffic and picking up a ball, and he went up that time, got that basketball, just not used to the contact in this sport, but was able to do that, pull it down, and that's the 16th foul on Marion, so Mount Vernon will shoot free throws the rest of the way in the first half.
Probably a good thing that the foul was called, otherwise he's looking at a travel. Payne with it, bounce pass to the right wing for Floto. Rams up 8-5 here with 6:33 to play in the first half. Don't bank on the away team, bank for the locals. Banterra, locally owned and operated. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC, the official voice of your Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com. 6:19 to play. First half action, 8-5, Rams on top. Lydell with it to center circle. Bounce pass back to Trevor Floto, right wing. Near corner for Lydell at the baseline. Floto gives back to the center circle for Payne. We'll drop below the 6-minute mark of this first half. And now back to the right wing for Floto. We'll have a scoreboard update coming your way, of course, in the Second Chance Auto halftime show. We'll give you that Lady Rams final once again before we hit that, well before then. As Badger goes near corner, back up top, Lydell. Left sideline for Payne. 5:46 to play. Payne trying to work his way to the basket. Fouled on his way up. Draws it on Jared Ellis. And that is something the Rams have done often throughout Scott Gamber's career with Jared Ellis and Marion, and especially Aaron Adeoye, to try to attack the basket and draw those fouls early and force them out of the game.
Well, that's big. You got to go right at the big man, force your body into him, shot fake, make him go up in the air, and then pull him back down. When he's coming back down, go up, and that was a great job by Clay Payne.
I call it the soon-to-be legendary inbox-outbox thinking and one Scott Gamber. 5:42 to play with Payne at the line here in the first half. Makes the first, it's 9-5. Payne awaits the second as we have plenty of scores rolling in here tonight. In and out, no good on the second. Rebound to Marion, it was Cole Wynn. Keyser will bring it across the timeline, veering off to the right side towards the wing. Cuts back to the near wing. Now at the elbow, drifts in the lane, forces a shot up underneath the rim. No good. Win on the rebound, no good. Ellis's rebound will be tipped. Ellis comes up with it, and there will be a foul there, though it was all incidental contact.
Too many chances that time for Marion. Mount Vernon's got to get bodies on bodies and get people rooted out of there, and Clay Payne picked up his second foul because of that.
9-5. Rams on top. Ellis to the line to shoot 2 here with 5:21 remaining in this half. Misses the first. So he can still make it a one-possession ball game here with plenty of time remaining in this half. See how Ellis does with his second shot at the line. Clay Payne will get a breather. Tyrell Trimble, Kwyman Cantley, Leonte Badger, Trevor Flota, Jaron Lydell in the ball game for your Rams. No good on the second one. The rebound is tipped out of bounds, it looked like, off of Cantley. Wynn got a piece of it, but I think it might have gone off of Cantley last.
It was.
To be Wildcat basketball.
From your angle and mine, sitting right here on the baseline, Cantley got a hand on it before the Marion Wildcat player did.
And it even looked like it may have been a case where whoever it was for Marion, might have pushed the hand of Cantley.
Well,
either way, out of bounds. It was still last off of Mount Vernon.
Still out of bounds.
It's a lob in the lane to Damati. Kicks out to Nurnberger for 3, and it'll go over the backboard off of the miss. It'll be Ram basketball. So see, even if it wasn't the case, Rams immediately get the ball back.
Well, the Rams get the ball back. Nurnberger had to shoot that one too quick in traffic. Missed that 3, bounce over the backboard. Now Marion will pick up three-quarter court man-to-man.
Interesting. 5:12 to play in this first half. Trimble back in the ball game will bring it up the floor. Right timeline for the Rams as they come into the front court. Trimble looks to the right side, finds Flota on the wing. Has Cantley on the right block. Has Badger heading towards the basket. Up top, Lydell looks towards that right sideline, able to find Badger. Steps to the wing, throws across court to Lydell. 4:47 to play. Trimble with it up top, shakes to a wide open Badger for 3. Off the mark, hits the back of the iron. Flota fights for the rebound. Should be a foul on Tucker. If that's on Tucker, that's his first, Marion's 8th. And that sends Trevor Flota to the line, a very good free throw shooter to shoot the 1-and-1.
Very interesting call. Mount Vernon's starting to battle back in the rebounding game a little bit.
4:39 to play in the first half. 9-5 your score. Marion on top of the Rams on top of Marion. Flota misses a free throw. Radio jinx. Damati on the rebound. It's up ahead. Kaiser will bring it across. Left wing looking at shaking the lane. Nearly had it picked away by Badger.
Gotta be a wall.
Travels with the basketball. Yeah. And there you go. It'll be a turnover on Marion.
What happened was he comes down the lane. Kizart comes down the lane, loses the ball, spins, gets it back. Nobody else touches it but him. That merits a travel. You don't get to give an assist to yourself.
Inbound will come near side to Jaron Lydell. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? I think that's a fair question to ask. We'll find out over the course of this one. It's presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Up top, it is Mr. Cantley. Over to the right wing. Trying to drop off for Trimble. A little bit of contact there, incidental. Near side is Trimble. Trying to lure the man off to make something happen. Can't. And now we have some contact center circle. No call. It's going to be Jaron Lydell with the basketball against Keyser. Trimble has it on the right wing, trying to drive free throw line. Has to back out with the dribble with 3:55 to play. Here in the first half, still a 9-5 ball game. Rams on top. Floated with it near far corner timeline. Now Sharon Lydell rides the circle, drops it off of the wing for Trimble, and we'll have a foul on Keyser at the 3:42 mark.
So you play defense all that time, and you work hard, and you got Mount Vernon pushed away from the basket, and you take a cheap foul like that. Boy, that's frustrating. It's got to be for Aaron Maddox in that case. And Trimble, after his 28-point effort the other night, hit 23, a lot of that in that fourth quarter. He's been struggling with his shots since that big barrage of making shots in that second game.
Makes the first. It's 10-5. Trimble will get a second with the bonus here. That was the 9th team foul on the Wildcats. Still 3:42 to play in this first half. Support your Mount Vernon Rams with a Ram debit card from Community First Bank. Community First Bank is the only bank with debit cards tied to the Rams, with a portion of the revenue going back to Mount Vernon High School. Trimble's second is good. It's an 11-5 Ram lead, up 6, 3:40 to play in this first half. Coming down the near side. Keyser drives to the basket. Surely that won't count. Foul was away from the shot.
Touch foul, but it goes as a foul. That foul's on Trimble, his first. Welcome those driving back at mile marker 2:16. Coming back from the state football championship games in Champaign.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I hear we get out.
The Sodom.
Oh, my. Here
Yes.
comes a near corner three. Off the mark, some contact around the basket. The three-point attempt came from Gabriel Murphy.
It's going to be on Mount Vernon on a push-off.
Luckily, the push-off after the shot.
It's going to be on Cantley, his first. Yeah, pay Sodom.
Yikes.
That's a long way on a Friday night.
Stay away from Sigel. Just keep on going. Near corner for Ellis. Drops it left wing for Kizert. Looks around, finds Tucker. Might have gotten away with the travel. Did so. He doesn't get the tap back either off of the shot from the right block. And Trevor Floater whistled for stepping out of bounds. I never saw him.
I never saw it. Didn't see it, but it goes as a turnover.
Wow. So Murphy will trigger here for the Wildcats. Has Kizert near corner. Able to go backdoor. Damati left alone. Can't get the bunny. And Badger steals the rebound away.
He was so wide open he didn't know what to do.
It'll be Jaron Lydell to bring it across right down central. Shimmies over to the left side from Flota. Back around, right the circle. Nice fake by Tribble. Pulls up free throw line, no good. Lydell fights for the rebound with Cantley. Either way, it goes to a Ram. Right wing, it is Tyrell Trimble. 2:45 to play in the half. 11-9 is your 11-5 is your score. Rams by 6. Woof. Left wing, it's Mr. Badger.
There were turkeys that got chopped up less than that.
Yeah. Well, if you ever seen A Christmas Story, there's a duck that still had its head. It was
a cartoon.
It was still smiling.
There's a cartoon out there with your name on it.
Left wing, here we go. Badger drives to the basket. And there is a foul on Marion. 34, Brody Damati. That's his third.
Yep. 3 on him, 2 on Nuremberger, 2 on Ellis. 10th team foul, Marion. The Rams will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way. Interesting.
2:21 to play here, of course. First half action live from Herrin High School, home of the 2011 Pyramid Plus Thanksgiving Tournament. Live on 94.1, online at mywithersradio.com. Perfect time to just go ahead and tell you this is WMIX Mount Vernon, Marion, Pisodum. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
How many miles is that from Mount Vernon?
What's the mile marker?
216.
Depends on which mile. Depends on which exit you're getting on. What'd you tell me? 215?
216.
216
to 94.
That's 100 with a 1, and I think 131. 121. My apologies. No good on the second by Badger. He makes 1 of 2 that trip to the line. It's 12-5. Rams up a touchdown here on the Wildcats. Kaiser throws up an ill-advised shot just inside the arc. Tucker had no chance at the basket. He's fouled on his way up. He was behind the backboard, trying to lean in, had no chance. He's probably going to hit the undercarriage of the backboard.
That's the thing. The shot was so bad where he got the rebound. That speaks of Tucker. He actually caught it almost on the baseline behind the rim and couldn't get up to it. Tough break.
First free throw for Tucker is good. Lady Rams, of course, as we told you earlier, beat Triad tonight 43-31. So Jeff Lonen's Lady Rams pick up a big win tonight at the Nashville tournament. Second free throw good. So Tucker drains them both. 12-7 your score, 2:06 to play in this first half. That scoreboard update brought to you, meanwhile, by Tony Wilt at State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it's the man on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower, Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Badger tries a fancy move to the basket. Rebound is poked out of bounds from behind by Jaron Lydell. And the officials missed it. They're going to give it back to the Rams.
Yeah. We'll take a break.
Actually, we're going to keep it right here, but I understand what you're saying. Got a nice little break there on the call. Coming from the left side, it's Trimble. It's a bounce pass in the lane. It's off of Jared Ellis's 5-hole, and it goes out of bounds. 1:43 to play in this second quarter. Rams with a 5-point lead over the Crazy Cats of Marion. 12-7 your score. This has been a nice basketball rivalry for about 3 years now. It's a lob into Flota. Nurnberger all over Flota. Flota slipped. Could have been easily been a foul on Nurnberger. And now Trimble tries to move to the basket. Blocked by Ellis. Rebound by Tucker. Up the left side with 1:33. Travels with the basketball. Lost it out of his hands on a fumble. Recovered. Took 5 steps. And it'll be Ram basketball with 91 seconds to go in the half.
5-point lead, 12-7, 90 seconds to go. Do you take the last shot, or what do you do?
I do at this juncture. Up top, Tyrell Trimble's going to go down the left side. Pull up from the mid-post off the back of the iron. Pointless as that may have been to even talk about taking the last shot.
Yep.
Whoops. Kisser comes near side. Turns with a push-off. No good. Rebound. Flota and Wynn fight for it. Possession arrow rests with the Marion Wildcats, so they'll retain possession. Travis Mitchell will come in for Tyrell Trimble. Scott Gamber clearly wanted the last shot. Nurnberger will trigger, and it's out of bounds, nowhere near Jared Ellis. If you're Ellis, you can't be lazy on that. You got to go try to get it.
I've seen Ducklings better looking in this game right now.
I hear you. Winning Edge can customize just about any activewear, like a t-shirt or a golf shirt for the team, organization, or just for you. If you don't believe me, visit them online at winningedgeusa.com. Quality service and fast turnaround since 1977. 53 seconds to go in the half. Jaron Lydell drives to the basket, trying to draw a foul on Jared Ellis. Won't work. Blocked by Ellis. He got the rebound. Tucker will bring it across right of the circle. 43 seconds to go. And Kizzert.
Yeah.
$39.2 seconds left to go here. 12-7, Rams by 5. Ellis is fouled and sent to the line.
Right now, Mount Vernon somehow has a 12-7 lead. And I look at the stats I'm looking at now. I do not know how we have a 12-7 lead.
And it's one of those things where Scott Gamber's trying to teach everybody. Colton Metter picked up a foul he probably didn't need to commit.
Right, that's you can't.
So he comes out for Wyman Cantley.
Lydell's going to go down and check with the trainer. He's got a bloody nose, lip, or both.
He was coming out anyway because of the shot. And so Ellis is at the line shooting a one and bonus. And it's no good. Great rebound by Leonte Badger.
He floats through the air. Didn't see that with football pads on in the fall, but boy, he floats through the air.
Using that body, finds a seam in the lane, left side, doesn't get the layup. Cantley's there, but his shot is blocked on the putback. And now Travis Mitchell gets the rebound with 22 seconds. All this developed on the left side of the post. Badger had a great move to the basket, but no call on a foul. Arm came down on his shoulder. Traditionally, you would see that call, but don't know if the official saw it. Pass goes to left arc for Trimble with 7 seconds. Pulls up left elbow. Shot is blocked with 5. Cole Wynn up ahead. Will have it to Ellis with no time left remaining. Ellis with a dunk late. And it won't count. We have reached the half. Your halftime score, the Mount Vernon Rams 12, the Marion Wildcats 7. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school. But with work,
How are you? Good. Does it sound better? Does it sound better? Oh, yeah. I was thinking that real bad. Okay. Right. Yeah, you got to turn the phone pot off first. You have to turn the phone pot off first. You got to hit the yellow button on the phone. On the board. Oh, okay. I got it. Sorry. All good. Plenty of time. Yep. Nope. No, we're good.
WMIX AM 940 and online at MyWithersRadio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital.
On November 5th, 2011, Community First Bank and the First State Bank of Dix officially partnered to better serve our customers and our community. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. We welcome all our new friends to the Community First family, and I'd like to personally invite you to call, drop by, or log in to learn more about Jefferson County's only true locally owned community bank. Now with locations in Ida, Woodlawn, Dix, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon, we are your community bank. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
If I could see into this future, you know what I want to know? I want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worry, is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
It's going to be a nasty winter, so get the vehicle you can depend on now at Second Chance Auto. They have the vehicle you're looking for, probably priced under $10,000. And most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. And there's bank rate financing for everyone. Second Chance Auto has been helping people just like you for over 32 years. So get your quality pre-owned vehicle from Second Chance Auto today. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Or call 244-4582. That's 244-4582. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And welcome back to Herrin at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams hanging on to a 12-7 lead over the Marion Wildcats. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. And we're off to Never Never Land. But you can get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud Rams and Lady Rams supporters. Danny, quick thoughts on this one. 12-7 at the half, and it could have easily been maybe a 14-12 Marion lead or even a 20-7 Mount Vernon lead. It was just a real choppy game, I thought.
Real choppy, and I felt like both teams controlled the clock when they had possession, gained lots of first downs. No, never mind, wrong sport. 12-7 at half, and the shooting has been anywhere but good. Credit either not being able to hit a shot and or defenses or both. Whatever the case may be, this is one of those games that just does not have a flow to it. Several fouls called in moments of the game with, flow to it and whatever else. But Mount Vernon has a 12-7 lead, and I think at this point has to be thankful to be up by 5 with the shot selection the Rams have had, but the Marion shot selection hasn't been very good either.
Well, it certainly has, and of course we'll get more of those thoughts into scoring when we come back. Here on the Second Chance Auto halftime show, get bank rate financing at Second Chance Auto with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 and bank rate financing for everyone. You can get the car you want today. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. We'll take a break, come back with your Heartland Accounting halftime stats. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Hometown proud for Roviac IGA. There's no better way to shop than Roviac IGA. If it's Roviac, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Roviac, you got the best. Hometown proud to see. Hometown proud for Roviac IGA. Hometown proud for Roviac IGA.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Herrin, side of the Pyramid Plus tournament. We're at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams possess a 12-7 lead over the Marion Wildcats. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Jeff Crow with us as well. Jesse Clark back at the studio. Bank rate financing and the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000. What's not to love about Second Chance Auto? Get the car you want today at Second Chance, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. We'll take a look now at our Heartland Accounting halftime stats.
The Mount Vernon Rams were 4 of 18 from two-point range, 22%. They did not hit a 3 in 5 attempts, so the Rams go 4 of 23 from the field in the first half for 17%. The Marion Wildcats were 2 of 16 for 13%. They didn't hit a 3 in 7 attempts. So the Wildcats go 2 of 23 from the field for 9%. So between the two teams, they are 6 of 46 from the field for 13% total. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon 3 of 7 for 43%. Marion 3 of 5 for 60%. Marion out rebounded Mount Vernon 22-18. And the turnovers, Marion with 5, Mount Vernon with 4. The Wildcats had 2 players score in the first half. Jawan Tucker led the way with 5, and Brody Damati had 2. The Rams had 5 players score in the first half. Clay Payne had 5. Jaron Lydell, Trevor Flota, and Quayman Cantley had 2, and Leonta Badger had 1. To give you a halftime score of Mount Vernon 12, Marion 7.
Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 33,000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. We'll take a break, come back with a scoreboard update. Score here at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams 12, the Marion Wildcats 7. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Is your mortgage rate higher than you want it to be? Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. If you have a high interest rate on your mortgage, you need to give me a call at 241-6928 to discuss refinancing your mortgage loan, or stop by People's National Bank at 413 South 34th Street for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you want the best, think the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. The Orthopedic Center has the unique distinction of being one of only 2 non-academic accredited orthopedic teaching and research facilities in the state of Illinois. Our goal in education is to inspire the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. Patient care, education, and research are our core strengths. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive, Mount Vernon, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan Centralia campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
This is Rams basketball on WMIX with streaming video on mywitnessradio.com.
And welcome back to Herrin. The Rams lead here at the half, 12-7. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow with us as well. We'll get into a quick scoreboard update featuring just the Lady Rams and maybe some scores from here tonight at the Pyramid Plus.
Well, the Lady Rams split 2 today. They lost to Nashville 51-16, and Mount Vernon did beat Triad tonight 43-31. And at the Pyramid tonight, it was East St. Louis over Salem 85-50 and Herrin over Massac 53-46.
And, of course, Centralia Orphans, we know, won tonight as well over Jersey. But a score that really piqued my interest at the half, SIU was just leading Chicago State 31-24 last check. And the Mount Vernon Rams could be playing a state champion come week 1 as Rochester, I believe, leads Richmond Burton 42-24 in the fourth quarter. That scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm Insurance agent in Mount Vernon, located on 42nd South Water Tower. Visit them online at TonyWilt.com, or if you see that red Jeep in the parking lot, stop in. Tony would love to meet with you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Wow. A lot of interesting occurrences in that SIU game, apparently.
There's interesting stuff going on.
For more of our scoreboard updates, you'll certainly want to keep up to date on our Twitter at 94 Sports, or especially our Facebook, where we will have the bulk of these scores later tonight. WMIX Sports on Facebook. Rams starts the second half with the basketball going right to left. Clay Payne to the right of the circle from Flota. 7:46 to play, well underway, at least 14 seconds in this second half. Payne still with the basketball and a right-hand dribble. Marion still in man. Back to the volleyball line now, right of the circle for Payne. Trying to back up and drive. Kicks out left side. Lydell hop step in the lane. Shot was too soft. Amati with the rebound, and here come the Wildcats. Ellis is up ahead. He'll be up against Badger. Ellis doesn't want that matchup. Left side, it'll be Keyser. Ellis has some trouble just outside the paint. Looking around, trying to get inside, has to go outside. Right wing it is Tucker. Jawan Tucker to Sean Nernberger up top. Looks around left side, finds Keyser. Left corner, Tucker. Pull-up jumper baseline, no good from the left side. Here comes Tyrell Trimble against Nernberger, who strips it away. Keyser recovers at the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. Comes up left side. Links the floor. His shot's off the iron, no good. Ellis's rebound tipped away to Tyrell Trimble. And so just like that, was a choppy first half. B gets a choppy third quarter. Right of the circle, it's Lydell. Now right wing for Trimble. And now Nernberger steals. Has a wide open layup left side. Good. Back within a tray are the Wildcats, 12-9.
Yeah, just not been a very pretty half.
You can say that again. Payne will cut back to the near side of crossover dribble. Gives off to Lydell. Up top, Trimble. Nearly has it stolen away. Recovers. Keyser steals again. All over Trimble. All kinds of contact, no call. Right wing, it's Clay Payne. Clay Payne finds a seam baseline, falls into Trimble, now gets the foul. Ellis, my apologies to Tyrell. And an and one opportunity coming for Clay Payne on what is the third foul for Mr. Ellis.
Well, it's not pretty, but if somehow Mount Vernon can hang on, it would be pretty in the win column.
14-9 your score. Clay Payne an and one chance here. Again, the foul was a third on Ellis. He knocks it down. It's 15-9. Payne with the old school three-pointer. Nail a three. Go for the checking account with no hidden fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Kiesert, some trouble with it right of the circle. Goes near the right sideline for Tucker. Screened by the official, Up top, back to Kiesert. Ball fake, heads in the paint, had it stripped away. And out of all that, they saw the foul coming off of the left arm. That'll be the Rams' second.
That'll be on Trimble. Second. First team point on Trimble. Kiesert hasn't scored. Trimble hasn't scored. Interesting, considering they get a lot of ink coming into this tournament.
You're going to want to stick around at the end of regulation before we go to the Bean Insurance postgame show. We're one of the last things going tonight as Kiesert misses the first. Yeah. We're going to have a very comprehensive scoreboard update from around the region. And we hit Pasota, so it's going to be a very huge region. Kiesert no good on the second. Rebound goes to Flota, who waited in the wings. 2-minute attack, but he has it stolen away by Kiesert. He'll travel with the basketball.
Well, I don't know if this even applies to this, but what you can do worse, we can do worse better. Maybe pi r squared to the nth degree, because this is one of those
games. And that is using
games.
Pi as 3.14. Well, and rounding to 4 sig figs.
Infinity. What you can do worse, we can do worse better. Infinity in this one.
5:35 to play in the third quarter, 15-9. Scott Gamble wants a timeout, and believe it or not, that is the first timeout, if I can recall, of this game. This timeout is presented by Ford Square. There's nothing more attractive than confidence, and yours will be at an all-time high when you buy a new Lincoln at Ford Square. Not only do you get a great offer, you also get the standard 4-year, 50,000-mile maintenance plan only from Ford Square. And where the best never rest. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Jeff Crow with us here on WMIX FM. Online with video at mywithersradio.com. The Mount Vernon Rams with a 15-9 lead over the Marion Wildcats. 5:33 to play in the third quarter. Can we get a Lady Rams update?
Lady
even though we
Rams
already know
won
the
today
final?
won tonight at Nashville, 43-31 over Triad, but they lost today 51-16 to Nashville. So a 1-1 record, 1-2 overall for Jeff Lonnan's Lady Rams.
You want to see some funny conversations going on Twitter. 94 Sports is where you can follow us.
H.G. Wells called.
Canton wants a rematch from 1920. 5:33 to play here in the third quarter. I think it was Canton in 1920. I'd have to double check that. 15-9. I wasn't alive then, obviously. 15-9 your score. Rams by 6. 5:33 to play. Length of the floor to go. Badger being tended to in the tunnel. Wyman Cantley's into the game. It's Cantley, Payne, Trimble, Lydell, and Flota for the Rams. Kiesert, Damati, Nernberger, Tucker, and Ellis for the Wildcats. Starting 5 for the Cats. Lydell has it far side, looking to work around to the circle. Goes left of the circle for Payne. Now left wing for Flota. Flota against Nernberger. Marion still in man. 5:09 to play in the third. Rams up 6. Looking to add to the lead if they can. Trying to do it in succinct fashion. Now as a nice reverse move is swatted away by Ellis. Tyrell Trimble had a nice offering, but not against a 6'8", I mean. Kiesert goes left corner near the scorer's table to the right block and gets the easy points. It's 15-11 and back within 4 of the Wildcats.
First points of the game for Mr. Kiesert.
It'll be Clay Payne bringing it across left circle. 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. We near the midway point. Rams up 15-11. The lead now just 4. Lydell comes left of the circle. Cantley was wanting to set a screen, not get the basketball, so he throws right wing now to Clay Payne. Trying to drive against Damati. Ellis waits in the wings. Near the low post. Payne's going to back out to the far wing. And we have a 5-second call. Now, for a 5-second call to happen, doesn't somebody have to be guarding said person who has the 5 seconds called?
Within about a foot and a half of each other.
So 5 wouldn't apply?
Shouldn't be.
Not typically?
But in the view of the official judgment call, it was a 5-second call.
Gotcha. Ellis had it Poked away by Cantley, recovered by Tucker, left corner. Nurnberger has it left wing. Tucker on the right side. Jawan trying to drive, kicks it out to Keyser. Keyser thought about a 21-footer, pulled it down, now heads top of the key. Crossover dribble, dribbles off his foot. Should have been a kick, wasn't? Nurnberger recovers far corner. Keyser feigns another three, heads to the basket, got away with a walk, no call. Rebound, Lee tipped ahead to Tyrell Trimble. Bounce pass up ahead, and on his way up is Jaron Lydell from the left side. Fouled underneath the basket, stripped away, and he was in the act of shooting. It'll be 2 shots.
That's the third foul on Nurnberger. He joins Damati with 3 and Ellis with 3 as Lydell goes to the line. 2 points tonight. Hasn't been to the free throw line yet until tonight.
Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank is the only bank with debit cards tied to the Rams with a portion of the revenue going to Mount Vernon High School. Lydell misses the first, has another op coming. Rams up just 4, 15-11 with 3:42 to play in this third quarter.
The previous thing I showed you earlier was a false report from a mutual acquaintance of ours. Didn't happen.
Oh.
The alleged ejection did not happen.
Can't imagine.
No, so it did not happen. So I just wanted to pass that to you.
Oh, my.
Mention.
I didn't plan on it because I always question said.
Well, I gave him a chance, and that source will be questioned more thoroughly.
3:42 to play in the third. That's what leads to distrust. Lydell's second's no good. The rebound goes to the Wildcats. That was Cole Wynn. Tucker will bring it across right of the center circle. 3:35 to play in the third quarter. Badger up front, back into the ballgame. Now tails back to the block. Tucker from the left wing. Ooh. Stutter step to the basket, but might have gotten away with a walk. Wynn puts up a shot, rebound, comes left side. There is a foul on Jared Ellis, his fourth.
Yep.
Unofficially.
Is that him?
No, it's on Jawan Tucker.
Yeah, I was going to say it's on Tucker. His
My
second.
fault.
3. Interesting.
3:18 to play here in the third quarter. 15-11 your score. Payne brings it up left side. Has Cantley up top. Has Lydell coming around from the left. Now at the near wing, it's Jaron Lydell. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. 15-11 ball game. Rams on top. Feels like there's a lot more points to this, but this feels eerily similar to a game Jeff Lon and I had the call of down in Marion, where I think it ended up being like 10-9 the final or something like that. As Lydell attacks the basket far side. Badger tried for the rebound. Nothing going, and it'll be Wildcat basketball with 2:45 to play in the third quarter. Yeah. Left corner, that was Colton Carter. Gives back in front of the scorer's table for Tucker. Damati has it. At the right wing, trying to drive. Shut off by Clay Payne. Good defense from Payne tonight, I might add. And Dr. Maddox wants a timeout. The Ford F-150 boasts an exclusive EcoBoost engine, which means more power with better fuel efficiency. Drive the large truck champion for over 34 years at Ford Square at Mount Vernon. You can count on us. .231 to play in this third quarter. 15-11 Rams on top. And Danny, it's just more of the same from the first half.
Well, there's not a lot to say. The only thing as deep as the subject of the well is the number of misses by both teams. As I said, they were 6 of 46 coming into halftime. Mount Vernon now from the field in this half is 1 of 4. Marion is 2 of 7, so that would be 3 out of 11. So that would be 9 out of 57. Yikes.
It'll be a Marion trigger in the front court, side out of bounds near side. Damati almost had it stolen away on the inbound. Tucker recovers, gives to the right wing Ellis. Now back left side, Carter swings around, Win. Pull-up jumper near the baseline's no good. His putback won't fall either. Wyman Cantley comes away with the rebound. Cantley was trying to lean into Mr. Ellis to draw that fourth foul. And now here from the far side, Badger the basket. No! Off the rim and backboard, but Badger gets it to fall. It's a 17-11 ball game, Rams by 6. Tucker trying for an answer left side, blocked by Badger. But apparently you can't do that. It'll be a foul on Leonte.
I think there was a little body contact underneath. And Badger picked up his second foul, second on the Rams in the half.
That kid can jump.
Yeah,
it's like in Super Mario. Never mind, that'd be dating myself.
Yeah, you just dated yourself to all the kiddies listening at home. What? Super what?
I'm a very old 28.
Well, yeah, they still play that, so you might be able to get by with it. At least some of the clientele I'm around on a daily basis.
Well, I don't know if anybody still mods. I don't even know if you can mod in that. Well, never mind. Better not go there either.
Welcome our listeners coming back from the Capital Classic, heading back home as they're listening on their way back from a busy night of scouting.
Good to hear.
Pay Sodom and
those who aren't driving can watch us on their Android or iPhone, as long as you're not driving.
I know one of them's got one of those, so they could probably put the phone on.
1 of 2 free throws that trip to the line. It's 17-13 and back within 4.
First one to 20 wins.
It could very well be. 2:01 to play in the third quarter. Deep in the backcourt, the Rams inbound. Tyrell Trimble to bring it across. Right in front of the scorer's table, right timeline. 1:52 to play in this third quarter. Payne gets it back at the circle. Looks back to the right side. Trimble's been pretty quiet tonight. He's one of the top 10 scorers coming in. Throws up at the free throw line. No good. Damati with the rebound. Possibly an ill-advised shot. Up the left side now comes Tucker. A chance to get within 1. 17-13, Rams on top. Right side is Colton Carter. Looks in. It was intercepted by Trimble. Payne recovers. He did not hang on, retain control of the possession, so therefore not an interception, but still a Rams forcing a turnover here. Far wing, it's Trevor Flota. 1:17 to play in the third. We have only seen just a handful of points scored this ball game, especially in this third quarter. Payne with it far wing against Sean Nurnberger. It's Payne, Trimble, Lydell, Flota, and Badger for the Rams, in that order clockwise. Far wing, there is Mr. Payne. Of course, with retirement is years or months away. Open a retirement account that fits your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. 49 ticks to go on the third quarter clock. Rams will be content possibly with the last shot this time, and they mean it. Badger had it, dropped it off in front of the Ram bench for Payne with 37 seconds to go. Flota has it now, left of the circle. Goes back to the volleyball sideline, far side for Badger. Now near side to Lydell, right of the circle to Payne with 25 seconds. 17-13 is your Ram lead here in the third quarter. Badger with it in front of the scorer's table, 19 seconds. Now left of the circle for Flota, near side for Payne. Payne has Lydell coming around in front of the scorer's table. Carter all over him, can't get to him. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Payne was going to drive, crossed over, dribble, gets to the basket, off the window, gets the roll. And it's 19-13. And Marion won't get the ball in, and that's how your third quarter will end. The Mount Vernon Rams 19. The Marion Wildcats 13. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins with Community First Bank. We'd like to welcome the newest member of the Community First family, Debbie Bartolomucci.
I'm very excited to join Community First. I look forward to continuing to serve my existing accounts and making new friends as well.
Stop by and see us today at any of our 5 locations in Jefferson County. Now at Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Hometown proud to roll the outside today. And the letter we shop today for Robiac IGA. If it's for Robiac, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's for Robiac, you got the best. Hometown proud you see. Hometown proud for Robiac IGA. Hometown proud for Robiac IGA.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Herrin, side of the Pyramid Plus tournament. The Mount Vernon Rams, after 3, lead the Marion Wildcats in the South 7 Conference Showdown, 19-13. Nurnberger will inbound for the Cats. They'll start the fourth quarter with the ball, going left to right. Into the front court we go. Left side, it's Tucker. Tucker trying to buy a screen from Ellis. Nothing there. Tucker goes towards the corner now. Baseline, throws up a shot off the front iron. No good. Rebound to Lydell. And if you couldn't get to the bank during the half, don't worry. Bank in the stands with Banterra's mobile banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, the official voice of the Rams. Near side, it's Flota. Looks around far wing, has Lydell. Now a bounce pass near wing for Trimble. 7:27 to play in regulation, 19-13 to score. Rams up 6. Here comes Payne from the far wing. Shut off by Damati. Good play there defensively for the Wildcats. Far sideline, Trimble now right of the circle, Trimble. From Lydell, rather. Now Lydell from Trimble. And we'll have a quick foul on Keyser. That'll be his second.
Fourth on Marion. Frustration starting to set in. Frustration starting to set in on Marion right now as far as not being able to make a shot.
Floto inbound, left side Payne. Payne has gotten a piece of Ellis 3 times. Now they leave it open. Payne to the basket. He's fouled, and that is Ellis's fourth.
How about Mr. Clay Payne? This is, I guess, his kind of game. And he's kind of been the offensive force tonight. 10 points in the game, 5 at half and 5 in the third quarter. He's going back to the free throw line for more.
Clay Payne might not be the best athlete or the biggest kid out there, but what he may lack in all of that, he makes up for intelligence. I will tell you that right now, and we have seen it for years. 19-13 to score. Clay Payne is at the line shooting 2. Makes his first. It's 20-13. So if it's the first one, the 20 that wins,
we've just won.
There you go. But we'll see how this shakes out the rest of the way. Payne, we await his second. Punt comes from Clay, and there it is. No wig about that. It's 21-13. Rams are up 8 with 7:02 to play in regulation. Keysard will drive past the circle. Left side at the wing. Met by his counterpart with number 1, Tyrell Trimble. Damati with the basketball. Steps to the free throw line. Drops it off for Howard. Set a screen, but nothing there. Now gets it. Pass is tipped away by Trimble. Ahead. Lydell gives back to Trimble. To the basket. Gets the reverse, and it's good. And Trimble goes to the line for the and one.
Nice way to get your first points of the game. Coast to coast. Takes the abuse. Gets the score. And Mount Vernon has a 23-13 lead by 10.
And a timeout on the floor presented by King City Chrysler, who has the all-new Dodge Caliber. Caliber cranks up the sedan and exudes attitude with every turn. Receive huge cash discounts on the all-new Caliber at King City Chrysler in Mount Vernon. 6:42 to play in regulation. The Rams lead is 10. Trimble out of the timeout will go to the line for the and one. So it's 23-13. Plenty of time left for Mount Vernon to run away or for Marion to make a comeback. And well, that is not the foul you want to give there, because you already forced Trimble into a bad spot there on the baseline. And now he gets basically the friendly roll around the iron, and now he gets a chance to make a three-point play out of it.
Well, Mount Vernon heating up, 4 points in the quarter as far as what everybody's done. And you look at the ball game, Mount Vernon's had 8 points in the first quarter, 4 in the second, 7 in the third. Marion had 3 in the first quarter, 4 in the second, 6 in the third. So that's been kind of the scoring and kind of description of the entire game.
Wow, the Mount Vernon Rams not so quick to play a state champion in the first week.
Really?
It is 42-39. Rochester leads Richmond Burton, hanging on to that lead with 5:26 to go in the fourth quarter in the 4A state championship.
Those that left early coming home north of Effingham probably regretting they left that early.
Of course, that scoreboard update's brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance in Mount Vernon on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. Online at TonyWilt.com or the red Jeep in the parking lot. Stop in. He wants to meet with you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Trimble missed the free throw. Payne gets the rebound far wing. Now had it poked away by Ellis. Official wasn't in position to make the call. Good thing for Ellis, because that would have been number 5. Center circle, it's Payne with the basketball. Huge break for the Rams there with 6:30 to play. Near corner at the timeline is Mr. Badger. Unsung hero of this tournament, perhaps. So has Clay Payne been tonight. Far wing, it's Trimble. Far sideline for Payne.
Mount Vernon running the striker 11 offense.
I'm sorry. I just found that amusing.
It is.
Right to the circle, it's Payne. Gets back to the far sideline in front of the Ram bench for Trimble. He's guarded against Keysart. Ooh, a nice cutback there by Trimble, but has to get back to Lydell, who goes to Badger now. Left of the circle. And now that's kicked out of bounds. It's good, though. It splits the uprights. And
can you repeat that score again? Somebody doesn't believe us.
It is 42-39 Rochester leading Richmond Burton in the 4A state championship with 5:26 to play.
That's what happens when you leave championship games early like that.
Don't blame me.
No, I'm not.
Blame the .org.
I'm enamored with this striker 11 offense Scott Gamber's put in, as it will be known the rest of this year.
Oh, and we have a timeout, 30-second timeout just in time. This timeout is presented by King City Chrysler and Ford Square, both of them. They bring you this timeout with 5:30 to play in the fourth quarter. 23-13. is what we call the score. Rams by 10 with the basketball at the timeout. It'll be a side out of bounds, near side, front court. And Danny, it's still choppy, but it's picked up a little bit, I guess we could say.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's got the momentum their way. Marion has only taken one shot, and we're 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Holy cow, Slukey's win. Go ahead.
Slukey's won. And again, Mount Vernon being up 10, the game's not out of reach, but you feel a lot better that Mount Vernon's up 10 and has the basketball right now.
The inbound will go into the near corner at the timeline. Flota had the trigger. Lydell throws across the way, right into the circle for Badger. Stuck on the timeline, gets past, makes his way. The basket goes for the dunk. Rebound will be cleaned up for Lydell. Scott Gammer not happy about that. Badger can dunk, but probably not the place for it there. And Flota and the Rams force a turnover. And a great play there by Flota, though it cost the Rams a timeout, but he forces the turnover, and you'll take it there.
Yeah, you'll take it there, and you'll go take your full timeout and kind of get settled in. But, again, Mount Vernon could have quit on that play, but, again, Lydell being there was able to follow up after Badger missed the dunk and put it back, and now Mount Vernon's up 25-13 with 5:10 to go in the game.
A 12-point lead for the Rams. Of course, this timeout's presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center, where the best never rest. Year-end Ford celebration going on at Ford Square. Great holiday offers on a great selection of Fords and Lincolns. It's the newest technology, money-saving fuel economy, and right now a great deal from Ford Square of Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow with us as well. Jesse Clark is back at the studio on WMIX, online at mywithersradio.com. We're glad to have you with us. Those of you listening and those of you watching, and a reminder that if you are coming home and you're not the driver and you have an Android or iPhone, you can watch our games right from your mobile phone.
We have lots of scores coming up for those of you driving home from the games other places. Olney, Champaign, otherwise. If you're driving home into postgame, we're going to have scores from about, 10 boys tournaments, 3 girls tournaments, and 4 high school football games
Thought
tonight.
we'd hit the jackpot, but somebody on Twitter doesn't understand. Don't update unless it's current. It's from November the 23rd. Payne will bring it up for the Rams. 5:05 to play in the fourth quarter. 25-13 your score. Rams by 12. Payne pressured there at the timeline. Gives off to the far sideline for Lydell. Right elbow, it's Trimble from Payne. No good on the shot. Rebound will be tipped away. It'll be Tucker that comes up with it for the Wildcats. Not a great time to take that shot, probably. Ellis kicks out. Keyser to 3 on the way. Top of the key. Dead off the back of the iron. And Ellis leans in for the cleanup. It's 25-15. The lead's down to 10 here for the Orange and Black. Payne on the timeline needs to get it in. I was going to say, can ill afford that turnover here. Badger, right place, right time. Gets back to Payne. We'll have a reaching foul on Jawan Tucker. That's his third. And Clay Payne is going to the line to shoot the one and bonus.
Well, Mount Vernon can make their free throws and extend their lead. Then
here's the thing here. If the Rams hang on and improve to 3-1, Marion goes to 2-2. East Side is the only other team with 1 loss. Mount Vernon wins the tiebreak head-to-head as long as they can beat Salem tomorrow, which is not a given. Payne makes the first. He'll get a second.
Right. Mount Vernon wins this. Mount Vernon beats Salem. You go 4-1 to open the week. That's a good start coming up with road games at Centralia and at Effingham St. Anthony next week.
That's no easy task given against Bob Fredericks. Salem Wildcats. Second free throw is good. Make it 27-15. Lead back to 12. Clay Payne in contention to be your Community First Bank player of the game.
Well, Clay Payne trails Marion 15-14 right now.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Tucker coming around from the right side. Pulls up on a fade from the baseline. No good. Rebound Lydell. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams in Jefferson County with locations tonight at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. Trimble drove to the basket, then brought it back out. Good move by Tyrell. Left side it is Clay Payne. Goes back to the far sideline for Leonte Badger. Give the Rams as a team a lot of credit here tonight.
Well, Mount Vernon now pulling her out. This is vintage Rams basketball.
And now Tucker, 25 feet from the basket, will pick up number 4 as he reaches in. Yep. And that going to 1 in bonus now for Mr. Lydell.
Oh, come on, Jaron. You need to make 1 or 2 here. Why not?
Well, I ask why.
Just do it. Still looking for updates from Alton, Lebanon, Vienna, Crab Orchard. Waiting on one from the Capital Classic. No one can give me one yet.
No good on the first. Rebound to Damati. He hands off to Keezer, who will bring it across. Ellis has it near the right wing. Kicks back to Keezer. He'll drive. Free throw line shimmy and is able to get the modified finger roll. 27-17. Back within 10 are the Wildcats. Payne will trigger underneath the basket. Length of the floor to go, clearly. It'll be Lydell. And Jawan Tucker reaches in again, and just like that, fouls out of the game.
I don't think that's what...
A kid fully capable of knocking down a big shot for you just left this game after he fouls out. And he was the second leading scorer of this tournament coming into tonight, 8 points behind Eastside's Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, he fouls out with 7 tonight. That was kind of... Don't really know if that's what Aaron Maddox wanted there.
I can't fathom.
I can't fathom
It's the
either.
kid he wanted fouled, but not the kid he wanted to do the fouling.
Right.
So Lydell's at the line, and he needs to make this free throw, I think. And he does.
There he goes.
28-17. Maybe I just need to say it.
Jaron got one. Third point of the game.
Don't foul out. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced health savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Lydell makes the first. He'll get the bonus here. 28-17. Rams on top. And Badger gets the rebound off of the miss, and he'll pull it out. And now he'll lob up ahead to Lydell. Lydell on that far sideline. It's a kick save and a beauty by Mr. Damati. It'll go back with the Rams here in front of the Ram bench. This fourth quarter has been the difference in the game.
Yeah, because it was...
We've had some offense break out here.
Settle down. Wouldn't call it offense. Maybe offensive at times.
Crisscross applesauce at the center circle by Tyrell Trimble. Payne right of the circle goes back in front of the scorer's table for Flota. Back to Trimble. All alone. Backdoor is Badger. It's 30-17, and the Rams are up 13.
That might have been the basket to put it away for good.
2:47 to play. Ellis leans in. Damati runs into Payne, but he handed it off to Badger already. So no roughing the quarterback. And with 2:38 to play in this fourth quarter, 30-17 is your score. Rams up 13. Hopefully it's not an unlucky 13. Scores table's Flota. Goes bench for Trimble. He's fouled by Keysart. That'll be his third.
2 shots now for the Rams as some of the faithful head for the exits.
Now it's with 1:17 to go. Same score in the 4A state championship in football. So the Rams 1:17 away from having a state champion and a state runner-up on the schedule next year. In football, of course.
Yeah. It's a good way to start your schedule off. You start off with a possible state champion Rochester and end it with second place Mount Carmel.
Quite the bookend of trophies. 2:28 to play in the fourth. Trimble at the line, shooting 2. He makes the first. It's 31-17.
Yeah. But we don't have Joliet Catholic or Lombard Montini on the schedule next year.
Thankfully not.
Or Peoria Richwood.
Not yet. It may have to happen.
It may have to one day.
Trimble makes both, and here come the Wildcats down 15, 32-17. Right side for Sean Nurnberger. Keysart attempts a 3. It's in and out. Rebound goes to Badger, and Ellis very wise to lay off. Almost picked up the foul.
Cold Marion Wildcats. They were 4 of 32 coming into this quarter.
That'll change your luck. Trimble drove to the free throw line. Had to go far corner near the timeline for Payne, who gives it back to Trimble. We'll drop below the 2-minute mark here. 32-17. Rams on top. Left of the circle, it's Payne. Wants to try to get to the basket to try to get a piece of Ellis. And that'll be a foul on Keysart, his fourth. That's another kid who can knock down shots you don't necessarily want out of the game.
Sub in and out. Take the defense, offense, defense for offense. Get some people in there if you want to foul and stop the clock, but don't let your players you need to score foul and get into foul trouble and or foul out. Traffic jam will ensue here at Herrin around the high school as many of the faithful leaving.
And we have a timeout on the floor brought to you by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center. We're the best ever rest in Mount Vernon. 1:55 to go here. Fourth quarter action from Herrin. Pyramid Plus Tournament Championship implications on the line as the Rams lead the Wildcats 32-17. Both teams were 2-1 coming into tonight's action. If the Rams hang on, they go to 3-1. They're tied with Eastside at the top, but the Rams own the tiebreaker over the Flyers as we understand it.
It's a taking care of your business kind of night tomorrow night. TCB, if Mount Vernon can close this one out and beat Salem tomorrow night, The Rams would be your champions of the 2011 Pyramid Plus tournament here in Herrin and vault into their first part of their regular season schedule.
Payne at the line, shooting 2, misses the first.
Undershot at that time, too much rotation.
And makes the second. It's 34-17.
I think it's been his key. I mean, he was able to spark plug this offense.
Make that 33.
And get the Rams going in that third quarter.
Turnaround coming in lane by Cole Wynn. It's no good. Rebound will fall underneath Wynn. Falls on top of it. Jump ball, and it'll go back with the Rams. So tough luck there for the Wildcats as Wynn fell on top of the basketball. Should have been a frozen puck, but not the case.
Could be.
It'll be a jump ball. Of course, that would have been a face-off anyway.
Read my mind over there.
I'm working.
I only have a few slots left remaining to try to
I'm a little
fill
disappointed in one of our sister stations not getting back with me.
Oh, really?
Yes. A little disappointed.
Well, they're out and about on the town, I'm sure.
Oh, I think there's a steak sandwich and some adult sodas involved probably. 33-17 the score. Rams on top, have the ball with 1:40 to play. Of course, we remind you, Rams basketball is presented by Banterra Bank. Don't get a technical in an embarrassing situation. Make sure you've opted in your debit card for overdraft purchases. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Something's funny.
Oh, there's a Twitter thing on there about chance between Effingham and Effingham St. Anthony tonight regarding houses and taxes and everything else.
Gotcha.
Pretty good stuff.
Far side, it's Payne. Feigns 3, pulls it back down, dribbles in, lobs ahead for Savon Cummings. Good play by Cummings to hang on. Tries to get it back to Payne and can't.
That's the first Mount Vernon turnover in the fourth quarter.
Louis Grody also in the ballgame. It's Grody, Trimble, Flota, Cummings, and Payne. Long 3 coming, no good from Marion, and that was Logan Will. So where there's a will, there's a way, except that time. And with 51 seconds to go in the fourth, the Rams look to improve to 4-1 on the year.
Yeah, Mount Vernon will pull it out, hold the basketball by the benches, and get out of here as timeout to be called so Jake Pike and Clayton Reeves can get in the ball game.
So Freudian slip on that part, apparently. 3-1 would be the Ram record as they improve to. 2-2 will be the Wildcats.
Yeah, sorry.
Whoops.
I'm kind of disappointed in the November 23rd score update, though.
Yeah. Clayton Reeves, Louis Grody, Travis Mitchell, Mr. Pike, and Mr. Cummings into the ball game for the Rams. Mitchell will inbound, gets it to Cummings, stolen away. Gabe Murphy up the left side, goes to the hoop. And he is fouled on that left side with 38.5 seconds left to go. Score a free throw with Banterra's Visa debit card. It provides the convenience of a checking account in a card. Banterra Bank, banking with local style with a member FDIC. And he goes for the window there. Does Mr. Will as he was fouling his way up. My apologies. So he misses the first free throw. He'll have another chance at the strike. 34 seconds away. Rochester from a state championship again.
Marion fouls.
As Pike was trapped in the corner near baseline. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 37 seconds left. 33-17 is the score. Rams up 16, and it's pretty well all over but the final. The Wildcats will fall to 2-2 in the tournament.
And they will finish out with Herrin tomorrow night in the Battle of Williamson County in the nightcap of this tournament.
One of those teams is going to could still have something to say about the championship if Eastside and Mount Vernon falter tomorrow. Pike's free throw, no good. Made 1 of 2. It's 34-17. Rams doubling up the Wildcats. Left corner, it's Will. Right-hand dribble, carries it to the elbow. Looks back to left side for Murphy. Murphy inside for Cole. Cole Wynn, who goes back to Carson Cash back door. Cash gets it back. Left baseline, no good. Grody gets the rebound. Up ahead for Travis Mitchell, stolen away by Carson Cash. But Clayton Reeves steals it back. So with 9 seconds, Reeves with the basketball, right of the circle. Hands off to Grody. And that'll be the end of the ball game as Grody hangs on to the basketball. 34-17 your final. The Rams are 3-1 on the year. 2 points away from being 4-0, and they will go into tomorrow night with championship implications along the line against the Salem Wildcats. That'll be tomorrow night. We'll be here with a 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off with video and FM wattage. And so, your Bean Insurance postgame show is coming up, and we need to go ahead and do a quick, actually by quick, I mean a pretty lengthy scoreboard update, which I can go ahead and take care of with the legal pad.
Okay, scoreboard update from here tonight. You want to go through them all, or did you want to wait till later?
Let's do all.
All
this will be our final scoreboard update of the night.
For the entire area or everywhere else in between. Here tonight at Herrin, it was East St. Louis over Salem 85-50, Herrin over Massac 53-46, and Mount Vernon defeats Marion just now 34-17. At the Christopher tournament tonight, it was ZR over Weber Township 54-28. It was Cesar-Valere over Wayne City 38-29. At the Alton tournament tonight, Riverview Gardens, Missouri beat Carbondale 65-57, and O'Fallon beat Alton 62-56. At Grayville tonight, 2 scores reporting. Galatia over New Harmony, Indiana 39-36, and Grayville loses to Clay City 43-39. Still waiting on an NCOE Evansville Day School update. At Lebanon, 2 scores of 4 reporting. Columbia over Piasol Southwestern 49-47, and Madison losing to Alton Marquette 58-51. At Vienna, 1 of 3 scores reporting. Meridian beats Johnson City 56-42. At Effingham St. Anthony tonight, Flora over Althoff 64-54. Mattoon over Charleston 57-52. Breeze Central over Mount Zion 63-48. And Effingham over St. Anthony 51-40. At Jacksonville tonight, Pleasant Plains beat Muhammad Seymour 63-57. Centralia over Jerseyville 57-51. And Collinsville over Jacksonville 52-41. Capital Classic today, every game but one reporting in now. It's Olney over Red Hill 58-36. Marshall over Neoga 79-42. Marshall loses to Olney 52-49. And then Robinson over Lawrenceville 53-21. T-Town, that would be Teotopolis, over Fairfield 65-49. Robinson over Fairfield 46-34. And Teotopolis over Lawrenceville 65-37. At Crab Orchard tonight, 1 score reporting. Crab Orchard beat Alvarado 72-39. At the Nashville Girls Tournament today, Collinsville beat Oakville 46-33. Massac County over Muscuda 40-36. Freeburg over Triad 54-13. Nashville over Mount Vernon 51-16. In the night session, Oakville over Muscuda 47-44. Collinsville over Massac County 51-42. Mount Vernon over Triad 43-31. And at the end of 3 quarters, Nashville and Freeburg are tied at 25. At the Hamilton County Girls Tournament tonight, Fairfield over Pinckneyville 55-48. We also know that ZRC beat Gallatin County, but we do not have a final. At the Harrisburg Girls Tournament tonight, Harrisburg over West Frankfort 29-26, and Carbondale over Anna Jonesboro 57-24. In football today, held at Champaign, your state championship games. Class 1A, Dakota beat Tuscola 41-27. It was Morrison leading Casey Westfield 23-14, and it is Aurora Christian over Mount Carmel in Class 3A 34-7. And in Class 4A, in the final moments that we heard, last seconds, in fact, Rochester was leading Richmond Burton 42-39.
And that is not all.
Keep going. March on.
At the Lincoln Thanksgiving Tournament tonight, Morton beats Cahokia 57-47. The Cahokia Comanches are now 1-2 to start the year. Lincoln over Champaign Centennial 60-51. At Quincy, they just get their start tonight. Algonquin Jacobs beats Normandy, Missouri 65-39. Quincy hands Poplar Bluff a lopsided loss 92-28. At the Canton Thanksgiving Tournament, which I mentioned Canton earlier for some unbeknownst reason, probably because that might have been, I think, the state championship game in 1920. Macomb defeats Illini Central 59-49. No score yet from Canton and Chicago Marshall. Salukis get a big win tonight, 73-57. They're now 1-3 on the year. Chicago State falls to 0-5. And that definitely is a final in the 4A state championship game. I think I can't remember if you said it was a final or not.
No, I just said
that
it was
is a
updated.
final.
Okay.
42-39. Rochester is your 4A state champion in high school football. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. You can find his red Jeep in the parking lot under normal circumstances at 42nd Street in South Watertower in Mount Vernon. Stop in. He would love to meet with you, or visit him virtually at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. course, in all that hullabaloo, I lost our final score.
34-17.
34-17. The Rams double up the Marion Wildcats. 3-1 on the year. The Wildcats fall to 2-2. When we come back, we'll have your Bean Insurance postgame show. We haven't gotten there yet, so we'll do that when we come back. We'll take a break. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Does this sound familiar? I can't stand this job. I just wish I had time to go back to school. But with work and family...
I know. I just enrolled in Rend Lake College's evening cosmetology program. They have evening classes that will even fit into your busy schedule. You can even graduate in less than 2 years. Classes are convenient to get to, and they're in Studio RLC in Mount Vernon. They even offer financial aid.
What's it like? I've been out of school so long.
It's not your typical take notes. Listen to a lecture program. We will learn the latest styles and trends in cosmetology, and it looks like we'll have fun doing it. We'll be out on the salon floor getting hands-on experience and getting to know all kinds of people. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to jump into a new career and love our job. For once.
Okay, how do I sign up?
I called 618-242-8459, but you can also check out their website at rlc.edu/Studio RLC or stop by the RLC Marketplace in Mount Vernon.
Hello, my name's Richard. When my wife had a heart attack, every second felt like an eternity. I wasn't thinking about what hospital had outstanding results or first-class facilities. All I cared about was getting her health back. Thankfully, I didn't have to think about those things. The ambulance took us to Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. From the second we were admitted, I knew she was in great hands. My wife was immediately treated by an experienced cardiologist. I have no doubt the folks at Good Samaritan saved my wife's life that day. It wasn't until later that I realized Good Samaritan ranks 20% faster than the national average in response time. And they work directly with the prestigious Open Heart program at Washington University. In 2013, Good Samaritan will be opening an all-new regional health center, making their heart care even greater. We're thankful that such quality care exists right here in Southern Illinois.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonham with People's National Bank. We are proud to be a 101-year-old family-owned bank. We take pride as a bank in having products that are customer-friendly. With free checking, good CD rates, great mortgage products, and many other great products, we have everything to meet your banking needs. Stop by any People's National Bank and see what banking with a family-owned bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. At King City, we want to be your Caliber headquarters. Leave it to Dodge Caliber to modernize the driving experience. Similar vehicles offer an overdone sedan experience, while Caliber cranks it up with a bold 5-door hatchback encounter. Oversized wraparound quad halogen headlamps, signature Dodge crosshair grille, and broad-shouldered wheel flares exude attitude with every turn. Dial up your personal driving experience with available chrome accents, fog lamps, and an aerodynamically designed rear spoiler. At King City Chrysler, we have a great selection of the 2011 Dodge Caliber ready for immediate delivery. Receive huge cash discounts or 1.9 for 72 months. We may even be able to lower your existing payment and you drive a new car. Come into King City Chrysler at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and let's deal.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
And welcome back to Herrin. The Mount Vernon Rams 34-17 winners over the Marion Wildcats. This is the start of your Bean Insurance postgame show after that long Tony Wilt scoreboard update. Of course, at Bean Insurance, they are an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Give them a call at 242-6017 or visit them online at beaninsurance.net. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski and Jeff Crow. Jesse Clark back to studio as we welcome Scott Gamber. We haven't even done the stats yet, so please do not reveal them if you don't mind, but if you do, that's fine. Scotty, a big win tonight, obviously. I mean, what goes through your mind? It's 12-7 at the half. Thankfully, things keep going the way of the Rams in the second half, really the fourth quarter. But just a sluggish start for the first 24 minutes, and then the last 8, everybody just seemed to turn it on. Everybody just seemed to do the right thing. But before we get to the stats, I think I just want to make it known that Clay Payne did a heck of a job tonight in trying to get to Jared Ellis and get him to foul out. He just got to the 4 fouls, but I think that was crucial in tonight's game.
Oh, I do too. Clay did a lot of good things for us tonight. Clay brought the ball down the floor for us a lot tonight. Whenever they put a little pressure on us, Clay was able to get to the rim, get Jared in some foul trouble, and did a nice job scoring. And I can promise you, and there are probably not very many coaches that will say this, there was not a more happy person in the state of Illinois than me when we went to the half 12-7, because that's how we have to play if we're going to win. I'm sure everybody in the gym was like, 12-7, what an ugly game. That's the prettiest game we've had this year.
Even some on Twitter.
We're going to play. We're happy to play 12-7. That's what I told our guys. I said, their locker room, they're ticked. They hate that it's 12. I'm juiced. This is great. That's right where we need to play. And that's the thing. If we'll play like that as the game goes on, they got a little more frustrated. They put the pressure up a little bit, and then we're able to get to the basket. Because I honestly believe, after seeing them play, if that game is in the 40s, 50s, or 60s, they're the team feeling good tonight. If we run up and down with them, I think they beat us. But I was really proud of the way that our kids played and were willing to play a slower pace. And I know a lot of people don't think that's fun, but I think it's how basketball should be played. And we need to play like that to win. I mean, if you have Michael Jordan, you can go up and down and score 70 points, but we need to play like this to win.
Is this the throwback machine time where we go back in time and play vintage Rams basketball?
That'd be all right with as long as we get a W at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy. And, I think you see that score, I think you think, well, maybe they held it. And we were patient, but we never held the ball. I mean, we looked for good shots, and the whole point's to try to score more than the other team, whether that's in the 70s or in the 30s, like we were tonight. I think that's how we have to play.
I think when you look at it too, when you can win a game when Trimble doesn't score until the fourth quarter, and other guys step up, like Payne, like Lydell, like Badger again, other guys are stepping up, and Trimble doesn't have to be the focus of the offense, and it helps out the whole team.
I think so. I think that was good for our guys tonight. I think it was good for Clay to have such a great game and to have such a integral part in our offense, because we need Clay. We need Clay to score for us. We need Clay to do some things offensively if we're going to win games. But there's a long way to go. Salem's a good basketball team when they're shooting well, and they pose different problems than what we had tonight, and it's going to be a lot different game tomorrow. Marion, we really emphasize on trying to keep Ellis from beating us, and we got to do a good job tomorrow on Salem's guards. And you said this coming in, there's not. I honestly thought, although East St. Louis surprised me a little bit, but I did not think that there was a team we couldn't play with. But I also thought there wasn't a team in here that couldn't beat us. So we got our hands full.
Of course, we'll talk more about Salem tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Show. Just kind of want to get your quick reaction. If you don't already know, Centralia and Cahokia both 1-2 on the season. Centralia got a win tonight. Cahokia lost to Morton today. But you look at Altop. You look around the conference. They're 2-1. Carbondale, I don't think has won a game yet. They lost tonight. You kind of look around this conference here. Marion, you know where they are. They're 2-2. Any real surprises early on in the South 7 Conference?
I mean, surprise early in the season, I guess, that Cahokia is 1-2. But I think it's really tough to look at these tournaments. Centralia's going to get a lot better. Centralia's not going to finish 500 or below. I mean, they're going to win a lot of games. When you think about it, Coach Pennett's had 2 weeks to work with his guys. When that number's 2 months, then we'll see how good they are. Carbondale, the same thing. Carbondale gets 2 transfer kids in. That's a tough transition, and I think everybody's going to get better. The key is we've got to keep getting better, because we played really well tonight, but we still have a lot to work on. Our motion offense has got to get a little better. I still think we're turning it over a few too many times. We had 9 turnovers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in a game with this few possessions, 9's probably a little bit too many. I was glad that we were able to play this type of pace game tonight. But yeah, I mean, a little bit surprised a couple teams, but they will get better. And if we're at Alton, we may be 0-3. I mean, a lot of your success depends on who you play, unfortunately.
That is true. Really not. I don't want to waste too much for tomorrow morning. Just want to get your quick thoughts on tonight's game. 34-17 the final. Rams are 3-1 on the year. This is Scott Gamber with us on the Bean Insurance postgame show. We'll take a break. Come back with your Heartland Accounting half postgame stats. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Terry Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Rams leather jackets, all stars and stitches. Rams cheerleading jackets, all stars and stitches. Rams hoodies, all stars and stitches. Rams t-shirts, all stars and stitches. Rams car stickers, all stars and stitches. Rams yard sign, all stars and stitches. Rams apparel, all stars and stitches. Anything Mount Vernon Rams, all stars and stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
Hey, are you thinking of starting your own business? Or maybe you already own your own business and have tax questions? Call Heartland Accounting today. At Heartland Accounting, we specialize in small business planning. Let us help you with your business bookkeeping, sales taxes, payroll taxes, or maybe just some solid business advice. Get started right, and let us help you make your business a success. Call Heartland Accounting of Mount Vernon today at 244-7077 or stop by 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Back out to the 94 Sports Mobile Studios on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back to the Bean Insurance postgame show, WMIX online at MyWithersRadio.com. The Mount Vernon Rams with a 34-17 win over the Marion Wildcats. Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Crow with us as well. Time to take a look at your Heartland Accounting postgame stats.
Well, the Mount Vernon Rams are 10 of 30 from two-point range, 33%. Didn't hit a 3 in 5 attempts. So the Rams go 10 of 35 from the field for 29%. For Marion, 6 of 31 from two-point range, 19%. They did not hit a three-point attempt in 10 tries. So both teams total go 0 of 15 from the three-point line. The Wildcats end up 6 of 41 from the field for 15%. So combined shooting totals, both teams go 16 of 86, or I should say of 76. 16 of 76 for 21%. Free throw shooting, Marion goes 5-11, 45%. Mount Vernon 13 of 24. Rebounding went to Mount Vernon 34-28, and the turnovers, Mount Vernon with 9. Marion with 8. Marion had 5 players score in the game. Jawan Tucker led the way with 7. Juju Keysard had 4, and then Sean Nurnberger, Brody Damati, and Jared Ellis had 2. Mount Vernon had 7 players scored in the game. They were led by Clay Payne with 15. Jaron Lydell and Leonte Badger had 5. Tyrell Trimble had 4. Trevor Floda and Twyman Cantley had 2, and Jake Pike had 1. To give you a final score of Mount Vernon 34, Marion 17.
Those stats, of course, are presented by Heartland Accounting. Let them make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. 34-17, your final. The Mount Vernon Rams 3-1 on the year. They take on, a 1-3 Salem Wildcat bunch tomorrow. That'll be a 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip right here on WMIX FM, online at MyWithersRadio.com. We'll come back. We'll have your Community First Bank player of the game. This is the Bean Insurance postgame show on WMIX.
It's amazing how versatile the Saturday Sports Show has become. What do you mean you slept in last week? Set your alarm for 8:08 this Saturday morning and tune your radio to AM 940. More Mount Vernon Rams talk, more Jefferson County talk, and more amped-up coverage of Southern Illinois sports. Hear from the best coaches, experts, and sports know-it-alls available. Sports talk worth waking up for. Saturday mornings from 8:08 till 10 a.m. on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital.
Whether you're a former Integra customer looking for a new home or just tired of the games, fine print, constant changes associated with big corporate banking, you do have a choice in Jefferson County. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. 5 banking locations and a team of your hardworking friends and neighbors to support you. We've built our business around one goal, your needs. For all of your banking needs, let our bankers assist you in moving back to a local bank. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. Time for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
And welcome back to Herrin. The Mount Vernon Rams win this one over the Marion Wildcats 34-17. This is your Bean Insurance postgame show. You can check out Bean Insurance, 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at beaninsurance.net, or give them a call, 242-6017. We didn't really talk about the player of the game over the break, but I think it's pretty clear because of his presence in the paint and getting Jared Ellis to 4 fouls, plus the fact that he was, 2 points shy of outscoring Marion on his own?
Yep.
Clay Payne with 15 points and a great job in the post with that presence. I think has to be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game. There you have it. We're all in agreement. Community First Bank of the Heartland, where great traditions aren't given, they're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. Yep, a great tradition. That'll do it for us tonight. Lady Rams get their first win. The Mount Vernon Rams get their third, so it's a good evening, a good Black Friday evening for the Mount Vernon Rams. The Lady Rams, I believe, are in action at 5 o'clock tomorrow, 4:45 pregame on AM 940, online at mywithersradio.com. Of course, we told you the Rams will be here with video on the FM and online at mywithersradio.com. For Danny Czerwinski, for Jeff Crow, for Jesse Clark back at the studio, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Your final score once again, the Mount Vernon Rams 34, the Marion Wildcats 17. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball.